All right, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and create this uh, right here. I was recording all that time. I had already created this right here. I might do it again for you guys because I'm so smart. That'll be good for me to do it again because it's like a repetitious thing. And it'll get inside of my brain better. But we're using CSS, using the box modeling, and we're using some math here to get these things going. So let's do it. So what I did here is, I'll just catch you up since I thought I was recording. On my HTML, I was trying to figure out how to make this. So basically, when you look at these shapes here, this is the header up here at the top. This is the footer. These are sections in the middle. And these are all inside of the body. So 1, 2, 3 sections. But as you can see, these two sections, they're a little different here. So we're going to have to do some math with those ones and then make them a little bit different with an ID, or probably not a class, but an ID to make them specific and special. So as you can see, I have my header here. I have the sections, and then I have the footer. Yeah, and so now what I did was, this is the header and the footer in the back up here in this. So we're making the header and the footer height 100 px and then have a border of 3 px solid black. And as you can see, the header and the footer are right here. I'm not sure why my footer is way up here. I mean, it's the footer. It should be down there. But what I'm thinking is that it's up here because it doesn't have anything in between it yet, which I'm going to definitely put in between it, the sections. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And I'm just going to test this out here because one of those sections, I'll just make it be, let's see, it's going to have a height of 200 pixels, let's say. And then I'm going to make it have a border. Same thing, 3px solid black. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at that and see what that just looks like. Yes. Okay, I know that in my mind, I'm going to have to get rid of, let's see what it looks like again, you guys. So in my mind, I'm going to have to make, this one looks like it's right, and I'll keep that. But down here, as you can see, it's a little bit taller. So I'm going to have to increase the height a little bit, and then I'm going to have to differentiate two sections and keep one section the same. So let's go ahead and do that in HTML because we want to make one section we want to make one section a certain way. Let's give it an ID of special. Okay. And then let's give these other two an ID of, what should they have the ID of? This one's going to be little, and this one's going to be bigger. Okay. Let's take a look at this again. So yeah, it's one, this is little, and this is bigger. We got this, you guys. Save. Now let's go back to CSS and target our special one so that it knows that we're talking about it. Okay. That's gone. I don't know why. Let me see here what happened. Section special. So section ID special. It's an ID. What I did was I made it a class selector, which it is not. You can either do section special, and I think you can just do special. Let me see here. Let's try, you guys. It's good to be as specific as you possibly can because, I mean, somebody could come in and create something else on your page, and it's like, hey, you're breaking my code here. So the more specific that you are, the better. Yeah, it's still there, so we could do that, but I like to be specific in my code. So I'm gonna still make it be section special. Okay. All right. So now we're going to select section. What was the other ID? It was little, I think. Let me see. Yeah, little. Okay. So little is going to have a height. It's a little bit higher. So let's do 300 pixels. And then let's do a border of 3px solid black. Okay, I'm just going to do step by step so we can see what we're creating here. Perfect. That is a good one right there. Okay. This one's tricky. Because if I make another section, it's just gonna, Okay, let me think this through here because it seems like it only needs 2 sections. No, I know what to do here. Okay, so I'm gonna make the width. Now remember, we have to try to make it look like this. We've got this, but we've got to put another line right here, you guys. How are we doing that? Somehow we're making this width smaller, is what I think that I'm gonna do. Let's just try it and see what we've got here. I think it's less than 40%, less than 50%. Oh, let's see. Look at me. That is freaking perfect. But as you can see, this is an open space, right? So I feel like all I have to do is come in here with a 60%, right, for bigger, and I'll be perfectly fine. Because 60 plus 40 equals what? 100. Okay, so height, we're gonna do the same thing, 300px. Width, how much, you guys? 60%. Okay, and then the border is going to be the same thing. I cannot wait to see what this is. We're gonna have to make this one float, obviously, because now it's gonna be at the bottom. You see that? Do you see that? We need to put it up here next to it. So let's float this baby and float it to the left. Oh my goodness. What? Whoa, that messed it up. 60% is what I did. Do I need to clear the footer? I think I do. But it's still down there. Why would it still be down there? It looks like it would fit perfectly if it floated. Float left. I don't think no matter what I do, I don't think it's gonna float. Yep. Because why? Ah, I get exactly why it's not gonna float. It's bigger than the other one. Because when they float to the left, they're trying to go, and this one needs to float left. Let's see. Let's see, you guys. Oh, we fixed it. Now all I gotta do is make this 60. So they both needed to float. Perfect. Bravo. I mean, come on. This is so good. I am really happy with my, look at that. We did it, you guys. That looks just like that. Okay, because you guys missed it, I made also this one. So I'm going to make this one for you also because I was talking to myself, not even recording what I was doing. Okay, so this is layout 3 and we're going to do this one. So let's go ahead and erase all of our code. But first, let's take a screenshot. Even though I'm getting good at this, this is crazy. I know what I'm doing. And yeah, I can't be stopped. So let's go ahead and erase all of this. Let's don't erase though box sizing border box. We definitely need that. Okay. All right, let's refresh. We have nothing on the screen and we're going to remake this, okay? So let's take a look at this. We've got the header and the footer and 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. The second section is the one that's different, right? It's the one that is not like all the rest. So that definitely needs an ID on there. The other one probably classes because they're all the same. Okay, let's start this up. We've got header, right? And then we've got section, section, I should copy and paste, but I mean, whatever. Section. And then what? The footer. Okay. So let's go ahead and save that. Of course, that does nothing to our CSS yet. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna add some styles to our header and footer because we know that the header and the footer, they've got the same thing going on, man. They're 100 pixels when they have a border of like 3 pixels, solid black, right? Oh, okay. Take a look here and see what that does for us. Perfect. It's together like that because it needs something in the middle. We've established that before. Okay. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is sections. Right now, I'm just trying to get the sections, you know, to look a little bit like what it looks like on here. Let's take a look here and see again. So they're very tall. That's what I do know. I'm just trying to get it in that area. section, let's see, the height. If the height was 100 on the header, it's way taller than that. I'd say maybe about 400 pixels. Border is going to be the same. Thickness around there is 3 pixels, black. Okay, and then we're going to need widths because as you can see, they all are, you know, they have widths on them. Since 100% it can be for the whole screen, I'm going to say about 20% are most of them. And that's okay if we have all of them to be that right now. We're going to change it up soon. Okay, so you see how this is. They've all, here goes the header down there, and here they all go. Now, we know that they're taller than that, right? I think they're taller. So let's go ahead and make them 500 pixels. Okay, that makes me comfortable. I mean, that's okay. So I'll go ahead and do that. Obviously we want to make these float to the left so that they can get stacked up against each other. When they float, they get stacked up if there's enough room. When things float, they fly up to the left. And as you can see, because they did that, that footer, it goes way up to the top because it's like, hey, there's nothing stopping me. Nothing's in the middle of me, you know? So it goes up to the top like that and it bumps into the header. So to fix that, we're going to go ahead and clear. Oh, it's like yep, perfect. So you see how that moved the footer back down there. Now, with what we're trying to create, we know that section 2 or whatever this is, the second one is way bigger than these other ones. But I would say 20% is right. 2, 4, 6. So this one is probably, you guys, 40%. So let's go ahead and go into our HTML and we're going to make this one, we're going to have classes on all of the other ones except for the second one, right? Okay, so let's make this be class same because those other ones were the same, wouldn't you say? And then let's make the second one an ID of special. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is going to be a class. We're using class because class, you can make a lot of different things do the same thing with a class. And so they're all the same. But with ID, it is a specific, it's specific. Okay, so we did that. We saved that in HTML. So over here, we're going to go ahead and go section same. That's our selector because we are targeting all of the sections that are same. We want to keep the special out of here, right? So let's go ahead and save all of this. And as you can see, it totally removed everything. And let's see. Nope, it's because I needed to use a dot because those are classes, right? So as you can see, this is 1, 2, 3 sections. It doesn't have the fourth because I haven't brought special into the situation yet, right? I think I'm a little wrong though. We're gonna fix it. all in a minute. Okay, so let's see. The special one, section special, because when we select an ID, it's the number sign. So we're gonna have a height for special of 500 px, border 3px, solid, black, width, not 20%, but what? 40%, because 246, and then 6 plus 4 equals 10, which is 60 plus 40 is 100%. So yes. And then we're gonna have this float also. Bravo. Bravo. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see how we did that, you guys? It's the same thing as this. Oh, no. It's the same thing as this. Let's look at layout 3, which is this. And let's look at my code. Same thing. A little math that we had to apply there, but nothing strenuous. Okay. So this is the end of this video. We're using box sizing border box. Without using box sizing border box, you will not get these results. The box sizing border box and using float helps you to be able to do the math and remove the borders, because as you know, we guys, I made these 20%, but with these extra 3 pixels on these borders, that would also make it be, they would add those up. So what the box sizing border box is saying is forget the borders. Don't pay attention to how much the borders are, 3 pixels. Don't add those into this equation. Leave them alone and only add 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 40, which is 100%. And they all are stacked next to each other. And if we didn't have box sizing border box, this would be a disaster. Okay. So I hope you guys learned something here. I know I did today. I'm really excited about what I'm learning, and this is the end of my video tonight. All right, you guys, have a great day.